Hello, happy Monday, and welcome to week 2 of this teaching career seminar. We're going to start getting into some of the content and some of the things we're going to be doing with this time we have together. First, I wanted to let you know that I really enjoyed reading your response and watching your Flipgrid videos and trying to get to know you a little bit. I know we're not doing much interaction in this academic support period, but please know if you ever want to chat, I'm here. I wanted to go over some of your responses and let you kind of share with each other, or I'm going to share with you what your peers put in some of my questions. So the first question I wanted to show you was this question on what sort of career do you see yourself in? And so if you look through that, you'll see that you guys are ranging from being teachers. A lot of you want to work with kids, but we also have some of you who want to work in the college level or be a school counselor or social services. And I believe I mentioned in my intro video that I actually went to college for a few semesters for social work. And so I did kind of a similar kind of pathway. I looked into social work. I looked into psychology actually for a semester before I settled on education. So I absolutely am used to seeing when we have a desire to work with people or work with kids, that often will translate into a lot of different careers. So we are absolutely going to explore some of those alternate careers. If we come back to the A schedule where we have face-to-face class, in the past for this seminar class, I've actually invited the school counselor to come in. I've invited special education teachers to come in. And we also can reach out to really anyone to see if they want to come in and talk a little bit about their career. We've had something else that all of your career choices have in common is that they do require some sort of college. And so the next question I wanted to take a look at was, do you know the admission requirements for the college you want to go to? And it looks like 30% of you do, and 70% of you have no idea. And I asked, do you plan on using any of the following to help pay for college? So a lot of you put scholarships, loans, grants, and so at this point, this lets me know that that's something also that I can work with you guys this year, is to see how we can find some of these scholarships to help you guys pay for college. So college is actually going to be our first topic this year. But before I talk about that, let me go over another question that I had you answer. What age group do you want to work with? And so if you look at this chart, we have half of you want to work with 7th through 12th grade. Almost half of you want to stay with preschool, kindergarten through 3rd, 4th through 9th, 0 to 3-year-olds. We have one of you, as I mentioned before, that wants to work with the college age. And so the cool thing about this is, I think I mentioned last week, later on this year, I'm going to have you actually teaching these lessons. And so I know in Miss D's class, you're coming up with preschool curriculums, but in this class, I'm going to actually have you come up with curriculums, come up with lesson plans, come up with activities for the grade that you want to teach. And so that's going to kind of let you know for sure if this is what you see yourself doing. The other question I asked you about this course is, which of the following topics interest you the most? And I asked you to pick no more than 3. The winner of this survey was lesson planning, which I think is really interesting. We have educational psychology, college, grading and assessment, but most of you want to look at lesson planning. And so I think that's going to be a really fun aspect of this year with me that you can look forward to. I'll talk you through how I was taught to lesson plan. I'll talk you through how I lesson plan now, and then we'll explore the different lesson planning options for multiple grades. All right, so another question that I asked you on the survey that we're going to really look at this week is, what college do you see yourself going to? And while some of you really don't know yet, or some of you said you want to stay close to home, our most common answers were Ohio State, Mount Vernon, and I don't know. And so this week, you're going to actually start to narrow those down. So on Google Classroom, you're going to have an assignment called College Research. The very first question on this assignment is, well, it has you choose 3 different colleges, 3 top colleges. And really at this point, put some realistic ones, put Ohio State. Maybe if you never thought you had the option to go out of state, put that too. And I'm going to have you look at some different options with this college. So the first question after you list the college is, what do you like about this college? What hesitations do you have about this college? And then what is the cost per year or semester or whatever you're able to find? If you're struggling to find any of this information, please reach out to your academic support teachers. We all had to go to college to be a teacher. All right, next on the list on what I'm going to have you answer in terms of colleges is, I'm going to have you look at majors. And so maybe you're choosing a college specifically because they have a really good education program. So look at each college, what major you would go into, how many credit hours it would take to get your degree, and then how many years it would take for you to complete the program full time. Some of them may have different options. Education especially, some schools require you go for an extended amount of time to get a master's. Others allow you to finish it in the 4 years. Okay, the next part is what extracurricular activities are offered at the colleges that you'd be interested in doing. So this is kind of also just something fun and different, and it might not be realistic. Maybe when you go to college, you don't intend on being involved, but take a look. Do they have a really cool student government program? Do they have a cool intramural league? Are you maybe looking to go to college to play sports? So look into that for each of the three colleges that you chose. Next up is how far away is each college from home? And you can do that in either hours and minutes or miles. I went to the University of Toledo, which was about an hour and a half away from where I grew up in Lorain, outside of Cleveland. And at the time, I thought this was perfect. It was something that I could make the trip back on the weekends if I wanted to, but it was far enough that no one was just randomly showing up from my house to check in on me. I probably could have stood to go a little bit further away, but overall, I was happy with my decision to go about an hour and a half away. Next, 3 scholarships that you'll apply for this summer or next year and how much they offer, as well as the due date. Some of these due dates are going to rapidly approach, and so I want you to look into scholarships. They may not be specific to the college, and so at this point, you can start to look at any local scholarships, reach out to guidance, and again, reach out to academic support teachers to help you with that. At the end of this assignment, I want you to, as of today, this will be due on Friday. So as of Friday, September 4th, what college is your top choice? And what are the 3 reasons that this is the college you see yourself at? All right, that's all I have for you this week. Once you finish this Edpuzzle, you're done with assignment number 1, and your second assignment is this college research assignment that you can work on all week. You will notice that my teaching career seminar class is going to be a little bit less of a load than your government class that you have with me, if you have me, or some of your other academic classes. And that's because for this class, I've always had an agreement with my students that when we meet face-to-face 5 days a week, I always give them 1 day a week to use it as a study hall, because I understand that some of you might need some extra support in getting some of your work done. And sometimes things just happen in this class where we might go a little bit off topic a little bit. I'm also here to help you if you need any assistance with Miss D's class. So finish this Edpuzzle, which you're almost done with, and do your college research. And don't forget to mark Turn In on Google Classroom. Happy September!